Hello everyone, my name's Zachary, and today I'll be showing you how to make your own levels in Garbanzo Quest. The first thing we need to do is to enable the developer tools under the extras menu on the title screen. So now that they're enabled, we can press escape on the keyboard, and that will open up the command line interface or the terminal. Type in help and hit enter, and that will list every command in the game. Type in help in the name of a command, and that will tell you what that command does. So we're going to make our first level, by typing in news and the name of our level, and that will bring you to the level editor of our new level. So briefly, I'll just go over the interface. On the left is the palette, and in the palette there are different groups, and in different groups are different tiles that we can select from. So if we want to draw with one of these tiles, first we'll have to make a room. So to do that, we'll access the room tool by clicking here or pressing T on the keyboard. So now that we have the room tool selected, all we have to do is click, and that will make a room. Zoom in with the middle mouse button, and now that we have a room, we can select the pencil tool either by clicking here or by pressing B, and now we can draw. So now that we're done making our level, we can hit Control S to save, or open up the terminal and type in save and hit enter. And to play our level, we can either hit Control L or type in load. So yeah, now we're playing around in our first level. So you don't have to save every time. It'll do that automatically when you hit load. Just a little tip. So maybe now I'll go over the different tools. So I already went over that, the pencil tool. Next I can go over the eraser tool. Pretty simple. It erases things. You can also erase with right click with the pencil tool. So this is, the eraser tool is pretty superfluous. Next is the picker tool. So this will be easier to explain if there's multiple tiles. So now we have two different things. The picker tool. So right now we have crumbly selected. Let's say we wanted this grid. We can just click it with the picker tool, or click it through the palette. You can also hold Alt and hit click to pick anything at any time. You can also add things to your favorites by holding Control and Alt. So now I have crumblies under my favorites menu, and I have grids under my favorites menu. And you remove that with right click. Pretty simple. Next is the bucket. I'm sure you can guess what this does. It fills any contiguous area with whatever you have selected. So it filled all that. Now it's going to fill that empty space. I don't like that, so I'm going to hit Control Z to undo. Or, say I did like that, I can hold Control Shift Z to redo. So that's that. Next we can go over the wand tool. It's kind of like the fill bucket, except it will replace, it will replace whatever you have hovered. Here, this will make it more obvious. So let's say I wanted to replace every crumbly in this room with something else. Let's say this palace tile. So we'll just do that with the wand tool, and it will replace every crumbly in this room with whatever we have selected. So that's the wand tool. Next is the rectangle tool. We can, draw rectangles with it, or we can delete stuff with it. Again, pretty simple. And next is the edit tool. So we can use this to make a selection and move things around, or copy, paste, all that fun stuff. But more importantly, it can edit properties on a tile. So for that we'll need something else. I'm gonna spawn a turret or a shooter. So instead of, there's a lot of them, so I'm just gonna type in the filter shooter. That will bring up everything that has the word shooter in it. So right now, if I use the edit tool and I click on it, it will bring up its properties menu, and there's all kinds of different properties. I'll just go over one today, this period. That's how often it shoots. So it shoots every 2,000 milliseconds or 2 seconds. So, you know, 1, 2, every 2 seconds. So let's say I wanted it to shoot faster. I could type in 500. That's 500 milliseconds, or twice a second. Pretty fast. I can go over a few other ones here. You know, direction, up. Wait is how long it waits to start shooting. There's different types of bullets it can shoot. Whether or not you can collide with it. Whether or not it will shoot off screen. Duration is how far the bullets go. So I only want them to last for 1 second. It's not going to go very far. And pre-bake means, here I'll just show you what pre-bake doesn't look like. If I do that, choose pre-bake, as soon as I start the level, all the bullets will start before, they'll spawn in before. You get it. It's kind of hard to explain. Alright, anyways, moving on is the hand tool. Pretty simple, it moves the screen. You can do this with any tool by holding the middle mouse button. So I already went over this create tool, create room tool, rather. So there's also this like edit move tool, I'll call it. With this tool you can move rooms around, you can resize them. So this tool actually does everything the create room tool does as well. So if you hold control and hit enter, it will create a new room. So that's how it will connect two rooms. It's just by putting them right next to each other. So just show you how that works. Yep. Pretty simple. So yeah, you can also, you know, delete rooms with right click. I'll do that. So that's every tool in the game. I can go over some other basic concepts like here. So I'm going to go to the Gizmos, and we're going to declare that this room is the first room. So whenever someone plays your level, they will always start in this room. Another thing is the default spawn position. So if I load this room, you'll notice I'm spawning like right in the middle of it. Say I wanted to start over here. So yeah, now I'm over here. All I have to do is put that spawn there. Another tip is in edit mode. If you're hovering your room and you load the level, it will put you wherever your cursor is. So that can be pretty helpful. Let's see what else is there. Let's say I wanted to give my level a background. I'll do that with the parallax tile, and so there is a list of these that you can reference, but I know them all by heart, so I'll just type in bright. That's the background for, you know, Welcome Road, the first level in the game. There's also, what is it? Mushroom? Yeah, that's the mushroom background. Yep, pretty simple. Let's say I want to do weather effects. We'll use the weather tile for that. And again, there's a list of these somewhere, but you'll just have to look at the list. Let's say I want the magic weather. So now there's all these magic flakes going around. Say I want some music. Yep, again, there's a list, and you'll just have to look at it. So that's the snow song. Just gonna make this cohesive, make this look like a level. Yeah, I'll just start. So yeah, there we go. Starting to look more like a level. Something you may have noticed is that that snow top tile gets added automatically. You can add it manually if you want, but you don't have to. Let's see. So yeah, again, these certain tiles will automatically change their art based off of, you know, what's next to them, which is pretty nice. You don't have to do that by hand. It can be pretty annoying. So next, I think I'll show you how to make a contraption. So to do that, we'll go to the special group, and we'll find some links, and we'll start drawing one out. So down here we'll add some arrow blocks, change the velocity of this one, go back to basic, and add some flooring. So yeah, there we go. We have a contraption. Pretty simple. A common gotcha is that every contraption needs a main link. If you don't add a main link, it's not going to work. That's something I'm working on in a future update, where it'll decide a main link automatically if you don't add one by hand. Another gotcha is, let's see, yeah, this guy. So you may notice a subtle difference between these two tiles is these guys have this like red cross overlay and these ones don't. So these are baked tiles. They can't move in that. They're a lot simpler in the code, and that makes them a lot more performant. So most of the tiles in this game use this baked tile thing. That also means that here, I'll add the main link back. So it's a different problem. So yeah, you'll see that it's not moving with my contraption, and that's because it can't. But if I use this other tile, the one that has the crosses, it should work. There you go. So not everything with a cross will be able to be linked to a contraption, but if it will be able to, it will have this cross. So keep that in mind. Next, I can go over tracks and links, or tracks and trains rather. So yeah, let's build a train and some tracks. And this is another tile that will automatically change its art based off of what's next to it. So you may notice there's track lines and there's track lines individual. So yeah, these are the automatic ones, and they'll change automatically, but these ones you have to place by hand, and these are used in cases where, let's say I wanted to have 3 horizontal rows. That's not going to work with the automatic tracks, so what I'll have to do is place them manually with these guys, so that way I can have 3 horizontal lines right next to each other, but I don't care about doing that, so I'm just going to use the auto tiler. So yeah, back to building my contraption. This time it's one that moves along a track. Here, let's just go back to basic and put some of these here. So yeah, I've just made my moving platform, and it's traveling along these tracks. Pretty cool. Real quick, you can also, change the speed, make it real slow, or whatever direction it's supposed to go in, or whether it should wait for you to touch it. Okay, that one doesn't work. I never used it. Let's see. Yeah, I think stall is how long it waits to start moving. So 1,000 milliseconds, 1 second. Yeah, there you go. Pretty cool. It's pretty agonizingly slow. I'm gonna get rid of this stall. Okay, let's say I'm happy with my level and I want to end it. So we'll go to special and find our level end. If I can spell heart. So yeah, you just shoot this 3 times and we won. So now that our level is complete, we can export it. And now it is in a single file that can be shared easily with others. And before we do that, we can also set a cover for the level. So whenever someone's looking at your level in the hub, it'll show the screen I just captured. few tips for getting like good screenshots is with F1 you can enter frame advance mode, and with F2 you can advance a frame. So let's say I wanted, I don't know, something like that. I can type in L-cov and now it'll capture that moment. Yep, so now we can go back to the title screen, so load title, and our level will be waiting for us in the hub under local levels. So here it is, our level we just made. Cool stuff. Right, so I can show you where the level is on your computer. So in the same place as your save data, you'll find this folder custom, levels, and my first level. These are from other things. So yeah, this is what we made today. So these are the files that were made when we were just editing the level. And this is the file that we exported. So if you want to share this with anybody, you just give them this. And it has everything, including the cover image. So yeah, it's all in human legible format, except for the picture. It's in base 64. But yeah, I think that's all. Well, yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or feedback about the level editor, please let me know. All right, thanks.